Gliese 1061d is an exoplanet that orbits the red dwarf star Gliese 1061, which is located about 12 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Horologium. The exoplanet was discovered in 2019 using the radial velocity method, which detects the gravitational pull of an exoplanet on its host star. Gliese 1061d is a rocky, terrestrial planet that is about 1.7 times the mass of Earth, making it a super-Earth. It orbits its host star at a relatively close distance, completing one orbit in just 18.6 Earth days. Gliese 1061 is a relatively quiet star, which means that Gliese 1061d may experience less stellar activity, such as flares, than some other exoplanets orbiting red dwarf stars. The surface temperature of Gliese 1061d is estimated to be around -47 degrees Celsius, -53 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much colder than Earth's average surface temperature. However, there is still a possibility that the exoplanet may have a thick atmosphere that could help to regulate its temperature and potentially make it habitable. Gliese 1061d is considered to be one of the most promising exoplanets for the search for extraterrestrial life, due to its proximity to Earth and its potential for being in the habitable zone of its host star. However, further studies and observations will be needed to determine whether the exoplanet has an atmosphere and whether it has the conditions necessary to support life as we know it. Gliese 1061c is another exoplanet that orbits the red dwarf star Gliese 1061, which is located about 12 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Horologium. The exoplanet was also discovered using the radial velocity method, and it was announced at the same time as the discovery of Gliese 1061d in 2019. Gliese 1061c is a rocky, terrestrial planet that is about 1.4 times the mass of Earth. It orbits its host star at a closer distance than Gliese 1061d, completing one orbit in just 6.7 Earth days. However, it is located outside of the habitable zone of its host star, which means that it is too close to the star to support liquid water on its surface. The surface temperature of Gliese 1061c is estimated to be around 185 degrees Celsius, 365 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much hotter than Earth's average surface temperature. This makes it unlikely that the exoplanet could support life as we know it. While Gliese 1061c may not be habitable, it is still an interesting exoplanet for astronomers to study. It is one of a handful of exoplanets that have been discovered orbiting red dwarf stars, which are the most common type of star in the galaxy. By studying exoplanets like Gliese 1061c, astronomers can gain a better understanding of the types of planets that form around red dwarf stars and the potential for life beyond our solar system.